Darling, oh darling, you call everybody darling.
You call everybody darling, and everybody calls you darling too. You don't mean what...
Hello, Sam.
Oh, hello, Miss Brown. Miss Bunny Rabbit.
Oh, we're old friends. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Did you?
Aren't you ready yet? Just like a man.
And
Sam, will you get his jacket?
I'll get it.
You're going to be late, you know.
Late?
For the Easter parade. We had a date. Remember?
Oh.
Here, let's look. Oh, very nice. Never saw you look quite so pretty before. Never saw you dress quite so handsome, what's more. I could hardly wait to keep our date this lovely Easter morning. And my heart beat fast as I came through the door. For in your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest fellow in the Easter parade. I'll be all in clover, and when they look us over, we'll be the proudest couple in the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the photogravure. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the guy I'm taking to the Easter parade.
On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the rotogravure.
Just a game you're playing, but you'll find someone else can play the game as well as you. If you call everybody darling, then love won't come a-knocking at your door. And as the years roll by, you'll sit and wonder why nobody calls you darling anymore.
You're so fickle.
And everybody calls you darling too.
You'll be sorry.
You don't mean what you're saying, it's just a game you're playing, but you'll find someone else can play the game as well as you.
If you call everybody darling,
You'll find out.
then love won't come a-knocking at your door.
No more.
And as the years roll by, you'll sit and wonder why nobody calls you darling anymore.
If you happen to see this trim little buggy zoom up and quickly swing into a tight parking spot, you'll be looking at a remarkable new car, the Davis three-wheeler. With four seated comfortably, it takes off. Streamlined as a plane is this unique creation with designer Gary Davis at the wheel. Built in Southern California, it logically incorporates several aircraft principles, such as adaptation of the tricycle landing gear system. A switch on the dashboard operates.
Edwin Land said he got the inspiration for the idea of instant photography when he was walking with his daughter and he took a photograph and she said,
"Daddy, why can't I see the picture right away?"
That was in 1943. He figured out a way to develop both the negative and the positive image in 1 minute and produce a dry, stabilized print. That was the revolutionary part of it.
Look right here now.
Then Holmes hammers out a long fly, which Kennedy pulls down near the left field wall. And the 1948 World Series is all over. The Cleveland Indians win a 4-3 triumph over the Boston Braves in the final game to take the series 4 games to 2. It's the Tribe's second world title. They won the first one in 1920. Every man on the team finished second.
There's a story that a padre tells of a gay senor and senorita and the serenade of the bells.
Because you come to me with not save love and hold my hand and lift mine eye.
When each weary day is through, how I long to be with you, my happiness.
Delivered the message. Now what?
Now let's check the second message.
Ready?
Mum, the doctor's deodorant discovery now contains M3. Got that? M3 to stop odor 24 hours a day. Remember now.
I know. For security reasons, Mum's the word. New Mum cream deodorant now with M3. Got the message?
Look, here is the new Band-Aid plastic strip with new Super Stick. It sticks better than any other bandage. The proof? Take a dry egg at room temperature. Touch the egg with any other bandage. Brand X, brand Y, brand Z. Not one sticks. But a Band-Aid plastic strip with new Super Stick sticks tight instantly. Watch it again in slow motion. No pressure, yet we can lift the egg, even boil it. And the Band-Aid plastic strip never comes loose.
Maybe you don't want to broil eggs this way, but you do want the extra protection of Band-Aid plastic strips. They take better care of little cuts and scratches. They stay put.
Yes, even in hot, soapy dishwater. Neat, fresh-colored, almost invisible. Band-Aid plastic strips with new Super Stick stick better than any other bandage. Made only by Johnson & Johnson, the most trusted name in surgical dressings. Be sure you get Band-Aid plastic strips. we're going to use an ordinary garden variety peach with its short, close fuzz and tender skin, and a regular regimental hairbrush with its rough, tough bristles, to prove to you that the man-size Remington electric shaver will give you a close, comfortable shave, no matter how tender your skin, no matter how tough your beard. Look at this amazing demonstration. The Remington is so gentle that it can shave the short, close fuzz off a peach without harming its tender skin. And the Remington is so powerful that it can shave the bristles off a brush, bristles tougher than any beard. Remember the amazing demonstration of the peach and brush. For the close, comfortable shave you've always wanted, reach for the Remington electric shaver.
A very strange enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far.
You mustn't once forget a dancer had to play the part.
I like baseball. I enjoy them.
Just ignore the chair that's empty in the second.
I'd tell him to use a Gillette razor, Al.
You said it, the Gillette Super Speed Razor. And today there are 3. Light for sensitive skin and most younger men. Regular for average skin and beard. Heavy for men who like the heft and feel of a heavier razor. Each is different, precisely engineered. One has the right blade edge exposure, edge angle, and weight to shave you in a breeze. Comfortable, good-looking shaves you may never have had before. And convenient. You change blades and rinse clean, so. Choose your Gillette Super Speed Razor. $1.29 with Gillette Blue Blade dispenser and handy travel case.
Desert the skies and rush to...
Hey, Susie Q, what's cooking with you?
Your teeth look whiter than new. My teeth aren't new, but my toothpaste is new Pepsodent. Get with it, kids. New package, new flavor, new formula, too. Means brighter smiles for me and you.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. A new formula with IMP gets teeth much whiter. You can see it cleans the stains and film away, while Irium fights tooth decay. You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. The taste is new, so fresh and clean. That new taste really lasts its keen. And while it makes your smile a rave, it also makes your breath behave. So start going steady right away with Pepsodent. Get some today. You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. Pepsodent.
You don't.
You can't be true, dear. There's nothing more to say. I trusted you, dear, hoping we'd find a way.
Put in a rivet and a welded and a look-alike. Wait till you see this baby drive.
Oh, I long to be.
What makes an engine go? Is it stock and steel and copper tubing, or infinite care and experience with men and women working together to bring metals alive?
Turn her out, Henry! Turn her out, Joe! We'll put her together and then watch her go!
Heads up, she's coming down. 2 months ago, 3 tons of unmined ore. Today, designer's idea come to life.
Put a brand new body on a brand new frame. I've heard a man give it a name. Call it a dot.
It's a proud name. Proud in tradition, proud in service. Swift and mighty in action.
I took me a friend. I took me some steel. I took my 2 hands and built an automobile. I built a Dodge. I built a Dodge.
Trumans get a temporary White House. It's the State Department's Blair House, just across Pennsylvania Avenue from the traditional executive mansion, now closed for repairs. Though President Truman and his family are vacationing in Florida, the presidential furniture is already being moved in. When it was recently discovered that the White House was in immediate danger of falling apart, the State Department's official guest home was commandeered for the Trumans. President Truman is fated to start his second administration where he began his first, at Blair House, his home after the death of President Roosevelt.
America's foremost medical scientists and administrators received the American Public Health Association's Lasker Awards. Mrs. Mary Lasker and Dr. George Baer, head of New York Academy of Medicine, present the medical Oscars in Boston. Dr. René Dubois gets his for helping in the discovery of streptomycin. Others go to the drug's discoverer, Dr. Selman Waxman, to the Veterans Administration medical chiefs, and finally to Dr. Martha Elliott for her wartime U.S. Children's Bureau aid program.
The purpose of these awards is to acknowledge distinguished efforts in combating the most important causes of disease and of death.
Hollywood's latest super colossal movie opens in New York City. Film fans jam the streets for a glimpse of star Ingrid Bergman, scheduled to attend the benefit premiere. Radio's Jinx Falkenberg interviewed Walter Wanger, producer of the $9 million production, his film star wife Joan Bennett, and their daughter. Next, Miss Bergman with the film's director, Victor Fleming. Broadway gives Hollywood's most ballyhooed new picture a real Hollywood welcome.
American housewives will throw $2 million down the drain next year, learns Mrs. America of 1948, Maria Strohmeyer. That's the value of canned food fluids wasted annually. And to dramatize the point, the National Canners Association borrows $2 million in cash from a Chicago bank. This is the money value of the liquid that came with canned vegetables and other foods and is thrown away. The cold cash, one of the largest collections of greenbacks ever displayed, makes the canner's warning hard to forget.
Puerto Rico elects its first governor. Luis Muñoz Marin, shown with his family at their home, ends the reign of American appointed officials who have governed the island since Spain ceded it to the United States in 1899. Governor Muñoz is the founder and head of the island's dominant Popular Democratic Party. The liberal former editor assumes office as the territory takes another step along the road to American statehood.
Columbia University scientists play with their new atom smasher at Irvington-on-Hudson, New York. They have an unscientific high time with the new $2 million cyclotron, the most powerful magnet in the world. Unable to show the cyclotron at work on atoms, they use these metal rods to demonstrate the action of the magnet. The metal objects tend to line themselves up parallel with the direction of the field, in the same manner that a magnetic compass needle parallels the Earth's magnetic field and points to the North Pole. A seemingly supernatural stunt illustrates the great magnetic pull, which will separate potent protons from the atom. Even 3 men have a hard time pulling a chain from the heart of the great cyclotron. It's quite an experience for usually blasé newsreel cameramen and source of new occupational hazards. This cameraman will have to learn a little more about coping with the new atomic age.
Texas battles Texas Christian at Fort Worth. TCU's Lindy Berry skirts end for 7 yards. Determined to win their first game at home this season, the Horned Frogs send Captain Pete Stout over for a score. They lead at halftime 7-0. Third period, Randall Clay of Texas bucks for 5 yards. The other Longhorn running star, Ray Borneman, dances through the line and he's on his way. Traveling 60 yards, he spins away from potential tacklers to tie the score. Texas is still in the race for the Southwest Conference title. TCU takes to the air. Berry flings one, but it misses its mark as co-captain Dick Harris intercepts for Texas. Paul Campbell throws a spot pass to Clay. It clicks deep in TCU territory.
4th down on the 2. Guillory Byron heads for the flag and dives over. Texas comes from behind to win 14-7. Undefeated Army rumbles into Franklin Field for a tussle with Penn. Stalled in the first period, the Quakers kick. It's out of bounds on the 8-yard line. West Point deep in its own territory. Arnold Galiffa fumbles. Penn's Totkarzik recovers. Pennsylvania 1 yard away. Ray Dooney throws a jump pass to Bob Sponigal for the first score. The surprise crowd goes wild. Earl Blake's 11 fights back. Galiffa whips to Dave Parrish for 18 yards. Striking with all its power, Army sends Winfield Scott around end and into the clear. 48 yards for Army's tying touchdown. Second quarter, Penn punts, and again Army is in trouble as Frank Fischel fumbles the ball out of bounds. Looks like a repeat of the first quarter. Galiffa again fumbles, and the Quakers recover. Dooney drives over for Penn's second touchdown. Trailing 14-13 in the second half, Army moves again. It's Galiffa to Trent for 16 yards. Bobby Jack Stewart gallops wide and nearly gets away. Caught this time, he tries the same play again. With good blocking, he goes across as Army finally leads 19-14. 3 minutes to go in the game. Penn's Dooney again spins into the line, gets away, and dashes 42 yards to tally. Trailing by a point, the Cadets are on the verge of defeat. 2 minutes to play. Fischel connects with his first pass as the brilliant Trent grabs it. The West Point powerhouse electrifies the crowd with its rally. Stewart bulls his way for 12 more yards. 1 minute left. Galiffa fades. No receiver is open. He finally throws. Parrish leaps at the 16 for a spectacular catch. 30 seconds remaining. Galiffa again, a desperation heave into the end zone. Trent is there for the catch. Army takes command, but the game isn't over yet. Captain Bill Yeoman kicks off. The cadet defensive platoon charges downfield. Bill Rhodes brings it back. He fakes a reverse and heads for the sidelines. For a moment, he seems to be able to get away, but he's caught at midfield. 4 seconds before the final gun, another long pass. It's intercepted by Bobby Vinson, and Army pulls the game out of the fire 26-20.